Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi, and this is Taking Care of Business. My guest today is Tanya Eklund, who is with the Tanya Eklund Group and Remax Real Estate Central in Calgary. Thanks for joining us today, Tanya.
Thank you, Mario, for having me.
Well, let's talk about the, as I will call it, the red hot Calgary resale housing market. Sales, again, a record in October for MLS sales. 2186, 24% year over year increase, but a record month for the October. Tell me what's happening in the market and why we're seeing sales continuing to be so strong.
Well, a few things, Mario. I mean, we're hearing about interest rate hikes coming up, but right now interest rates are still very low historically. And so it's really giving people that buying power and that confidence in making a purchase. Low inventory and high demand is the basic economics of what is really going on in the Calgary market, which I think we're seeing throughout Canada. And it's really hard to believe that in the middle or hopefully the end of a pandemic, that Calgary has really gone through this boom, but it's really driven by low interest, low supply, and high demand.
Let's talk about the low supply. The inventory at the end of the month in October was under 5,000 homes for sale, 4,870 to be precise. That's down 16% from a year ago. Why are we continuing to have this issue with low inventory here in Calgary?
Well, I think the way that we live and work has really evolved in the last 18 months, and many families are realizing that they are parenting all under a roof 24/7, and the need for more space is much greater than it was before. And so people are taking the opportunity with low interest rates to really move up and get something that is better suited for their family based on where they are today. And then the second issue to that is just low supply. And in speaking with some clients, they're worried about putting their homes on the market because they know they're going to sell quite quickly and have nowhere to go. And yes, if you're a family, that is a real concern.
I know exactly what you're talking about because our family went through the same situation in 2009 when we sold a home and then scrambling to buy one.
Yes, exactly.
It's not an experience to be involved in.
It's not. And so people are saying, look, we can't find what we want, and so we're going to hold off. And so, I believe that is going to create the same type of issue, if you could call it, that we had last fall. And then we have pent up demand. And then we have this spring again that might be a pretty good spring based on high demand and low supply, because typically year over year, we see the most inventory in the springtime.
Yeah, let's talk about prices. The benchmark price for all properties across the city was $460,100 in October. That's up close to 9% increase year over year. Why are those prices going up? It's a simple supply demand issue.
Yeah, we have really low supply and we have high demand. We have all these buyers bidding for the same homes. I mean, I've been in multiple offers where there have been 6 to 8 offers on a detached home, acreages. So really, again, it's driven by that very low supply and a higher demand. But I think it's really important, Mario, for our listeners to realize this isn't a blanket, a one size fits all. It's very specific based on your community, based on the price of the home, and based on inventory rooms up into detached, row, semi-detached, and apartment. The statistics are very different. So if someone has an inner city apartment style condo and they just hear that we're in this really hot market, they really need to educate themselves and reach out for advice, because not every sector is hot right now.
Yeah, exactly. What's your outlook for the rest of the year? 2 months left for 2021.
Well, my outlook is year over year. The stats show there are slower months are November, December, and Jan. And I think that is going to be amplified this year just by the low inventory that we're facing. I've noticed my own business and speaking to colleagues that everyone has slowed down. I think everyone's going to take this time and embrace it, hopefully prepared for another busy spring. I do believe it's still going to be a strong last 2 months, but only as strong as how much inventory that we have to sell.
Yeah. Okay. Super. Thanks for joining us today, Tanya.
Thank you for having me, Mario.
Okay, that was Tanya Eklund of the Tanya Eklund Group and with Remax Real Estate Central here in Calgary. This has been Taking Care of Business with Mario Toneguzzi. Thanks for joining us today.